The history of the guitar. There have been instruments like the guitar for at least 5,000 years. Throughout history, mankind has made music with stringed instruments. Put a stick through a hollowed-out gourd or squash and stretch some type of string along the stick, and you have a vibrating instrument, the early guitar. The modern guitar began to take shape in Europe between the years 1300s to 1600s. The guitar's roots are in Spain and cannot be traced back further than the 15th century. Antonio de Terrado was a Spanish guitarist and luthier. A guitarist is someone who plays and fixes the guitar, and a luthier is someone who makes and fixes guitars. Most acoustic guitars in use today are similar to his designs. Christian Frederick Martin, a German-born American luthier, made his first guitar in the United States in the 1830s. Martin created an express guitar body which was able to handle the extra pull on the body from modern steel guitar strings. George Beauchamp was an American inventor of musical instruments. He was born and raised in Coleman, Texas in 1899. He was the first to invent the electric guitar in 1931. Parts of the guitar. The headstock is at the top of the neck where the pegs are. The tuning peg is a small button that is turned to tighten or loosen the strings to tune them. The neck is part of the guitar where strings are pressed to make the notes. The fret is a metal piece that marks where the notes on the neck of the guitar are. The body is a large part of the guitar that controls the sound quality. The sound hole is a round hole in the top of the acoustic guitar under the strings that sound comes from. The electric guitar is a solid body with no sound hole. The volume control is a knob that you turn to change the volume from louder or quieter. The tone control is a button or knob which allows you to change the tone of the sound. The bridge is the piece that supports the strings and carries the vibrations. The whammy bar is used to change the pitch of the sound when the guitarist lifts it up or down. The jack is a plug-in connector that connects the cable of the electric guitar to the amplifier.
Could you please hit the stand button? Yep, the same switch. Thank you.
And make sure you turn off the amp before you turn off take out the jack, because it will be very loud. Just saying.
Louder than the hum before, right?
Yep.
I already turned it on.
Acoustic guitars have large hollow bodies with a sound hole under the strings. When the strings of an acoustic guitar are strummed, their vibrations travel through pieces of wood. The energy of the vibrating strings and the air within the guitar body then amplifies the sound and makes it loud enough to hear. The sound hole helps to amplify the sound in the hollow body of the guitar. Electric guitars have thinner, solid bodies without sound holes. As a result, the body of an electric guitar does not carry and amplify the sound of its strings when they are strummed. If you strum the strings of an electric guitar that isn't plugged in, you'll barely be able to hear any sound. Instead of a hollow air cavity, electric guitars use pickups to change string vibrations to an electric signals. These signals are sent to speakers to be amplified so we can hear them. Although there are major differences between acoustic and electric guitars, they also have several things in common. Both have 6 strings along a long neck that is divided into sections by pieces of metal called frets. Acoustic and electric guitars are also both tuned using tuning pegs. What you need to play the guitar: a pick to strum the strings, a tuner to tune your guitar, spare strings in case one breaks, a strap to help hold the guitar on your lap, a metronome helps you keep time when playing, a capo changes the guitar sound, a music stand to hold your music pages,
Or a tablet if it's 2019.
a display folder to keep all your music organized. Same thing, tablet.
It's your iPad. Oh, very cool.
He has a pedal down there. Technology.
This allows me to turn the page. And not Bob Seger style either. You guys know who Bob Seger is?
Okay.
Wow, I'm impressed. Carry on.
A jam buddy to practice with. The strings of a guitar are normally tuned to the keys E, B, G, D, A, and E, starting from the highest sounding string. E, B, G, D, A, and E. One easy way to remember this order is to learn the phrase, "Every boy goes dancing around Easter." Every boy goes dancing around Easter. These are the basic notes you need to learn in order to play a song. One of the most challenging things to learn when playing the guitar is knowing where to put your fingers so you can play the notes you want. My dad has been playing and fixing guitars for the past 8 years. The most common things he has to fix on the guitar are broken strings, damaged frets, the saddle on the bridge, and the tuning keys. In conclusion, it is very exciting to see all the changes with the guitar over the past few hundred years. It has gone from a gourd with strings to the electric guitar with an amplifier to make the sound very loud. I wonder what the guitar might look like in the next 200 years. This delicate instrument can make some amazing sounds, and repairing it takes precise and experienced hands like my dad's. The past few months, my dad has started teaching me how to play the guitar. It has been a difficult instrument to learn, even though my fingers hurt sometimes. I will continue to practice and hope someday be able to play the song Ramblin' by the Allman Brothers. Here are our references. Now we are going to go out and pass picks out if someone wants one.
Could you show Mr. Culver how you made those picks?
So you guys can use these hotel keys. You can go out to the edge, make sure it's all the way back, and you want to punch it. Punch it. And it should come out to the edge. It's gonna fly. It's gonna come flying. It's gonna fly?
Put your hand over it.
I'm not that strong. No. It's gonna shoot out at you. I'm not that strong to do this.
Did you want me to get it? Or can you get it?
Can you squeeze it? It's gonna pop out. There we go. Yeah, and then it would, if it can come out, then you guys need some sanding paper, and you want to sand the edges to make it become one of these kind. And you guys can feel this. It's not sharp. Well, it's a bit sharp, so it's easier to play.
Yeah.
I didn't get to feel it. So now that we're here right now, I can pass out your guys' picks.
I'm gonna put her apparatus on and have her try to play with it. She's got
Perfect, thank you.
And this is for Mr. Grass. jam, buddy. But you're my singer. Ready? Okay. Do it, Megan. You got it.
Come on, Megan.
Ready? We got a hungry crowd here. We're gonna put on a good show, aren't we? Ready? All right, let's get through this one, huh? Here we go. Lord, I was born in man, trying to make a living and doing the best that I can. When it's time to leave, I hope you'll understand.
not the whole song.
Rock and roll!
Ramblin' Man.
Ramblin' Man by the Allman Brothers. That was one of her ice skating songs that she ice skated to. She was a hippie. Yeah.
I was hippie for Halloween too.
Did you give the teachers their special picks on?
I gave one to Mr. Culver and I just.
Those were specially picked out for you.
Yeah, I could tell. It was awesome. Q&A.
Yes, questions and answers.
Seriously? I forgot my question. What made you want to start guitar? I wanted to be good like my dad. Emma? Because, you know, these take up anything.
They're like, there's a lot of copper and aluminum all wound up in there with capacitors and potentiometers that are drawing basically an antenna. So it's gonna pick up all kinds of interesting stuff. We live in an old farmhouse, so you can imagine what I've picked up there.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
Ghosts and...
Oh my gosh, I think I picked up a Mexican radio station once. That was cool. Yeah, it was really
Do
neat.
you guys ever play in the barn? They did. For
Yeah.
a concert for
We put on a
in the
concert,
reunion.
yeah, for the reunion.
There was smoke.
There's a lot of kids rip sticking on the dance floor. You know?
Yeah. I think I know two of those kids. Me and my brother.
Yep.
Haley.
Come back to me. I forgot.
Emma.
It's one of those sticks that you go back and forth on
It's like
to propel yourself.
it's kind of like a skateboard. So it's kind of like a skateboard, but it's two wheels, and you have to wiggle like this. Do we have any more questions?
Dylan?
We will stare. Everyone stare at Haley.
Everybody, you're on TV!
Thomas? Okay, let's give them a round of applause.
This is really annoying the other guy.
Probably.
Yeah, I
They're friends. She's just finished her second presentation. I still have a few of you that have not completed your first. You will be in front of the class. You'll teach us what you've learned about whatever subject it is. 2 weeks to be ready to present.
Extended.
Extended
Don't
time.
take that time to go home and play the Xbox or the PlayStation, but take that time to go research what you should do.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Culver.